Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about how to break free from addiction. You know, addiction can be a difficult thing to handle. And I'm hoping that by the end of this video you'll be able to understand first what is addiction. And I'm hoping that we understand the pattern of addiction. How does it happen? And then I will share about the steps breaking free from addiction, and then we conclude. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for coming along today. Please, if you're new, subscribe to this channel and share, and also comment. You don't have to agree with everything that I said, or if you have some new ideas or something that you want to add, please go ahead and leave us a comment. That will help us to be able to enrich the information that we are giving to everyone. So let's get into it. What is addiction? According to the National Health Service here in the UK, addiction is defined as not having control over doing, taking, or using something to the point where it could be harmful to you. I know that it can be so tough to break free from addiction. And as a medical doctor, I have seen people who struggled with this issue. But let me just discuss about the pattern of addiction. And then we talk about the next step. And then we get deeper into this topic, hopefully, to be able to give you some insight. So the pattern of addiction always starts with our 5 senses. There's a video that I did on this. It will be very, very important. I feel it's very important, a good addition to this video of today. We'll link it here so you can go and watch it. It's very, very important that you watch it, then you'll be able to understand what I'm saying today better. So the pattern of addiction starts with the 5 senses: the smell, the sight, vision, the hearing, the touch, and the taste. So we start with this step. You taste something, or hear something, or you watch something, and then while we are using these senses, we get exposure to a harmful stimulus. A harmful stimulus is whatever thing that you are watching that you're not supposed to be watching, whatever that you are tasting that you're not supposed to be tasting, whatever that you are touching that you're not supposed to be touching, and so on. And then what happens after that? We start building a habit. What I call building an underestimated habit. So the habit that we are building now, although we know that this is something that is not good, we underestimate the effect of what could happen after, and we start building this habit. What is a habit? It's a behavior that is done repeatedly. So whatever that you're doing repeatedly, it end up becoming a habit. But it's still underestimated. While we're doing this, the next step is that it's what I call repetition despite internal resistance. So while we are doing this, because deep down we know that we are not supposed to be doing this, but it was underestimated. We didn't think that was harmful. But at one point we start hearing a voice within us telling us that we shouldn't be doing it. So repetition despite internal resistance. But we keep doing it, even if we feel like we shouldn't do it. Usually because of how it makes us feel. That can be watching something, when you're addicted to watching things like pornography and other things, the way they make you feel overrules the voice that you are hearing inside your heart, inside you, that's telling you shouldn't be doing it. As I said, watch the video that I discuss all this in details about how the 5 senses influence us, and how we can break anything actually by using our 5 senses. So repetition, we keep doing this even if you feel like no, we shouldn't do it. And then the next stage is repetition without resistance. So that's where you keep doing this, and then the voice that you used to hear in your heart is gone. It's overruled. And then you actually functioning without any resistance. You're repeating this habit over and over and over without feeling anything. So it's actually part of you start enjoying it. And then what happens, the next stage, is what I call awareness of weakness. You start seeing signs and symptoms of things that you don't like about this new habit that you have adopted. You start seeing things that you shouldn't be doing. You start seeing things here and there like, I've been doing this for a while, but I don't think this is good. So this is nothing to do with the inner voice. The inner voice has been shut down. Now you're at the stage of seeing symptoms on the outside, talking to you. Maybe you're starting to see physical symptoms, you take drugs, or you're starting to see, develop mental issues, depression, symptoms like that. You're starting to struggle with concentration, and you realize that you need to do something. So this is what I call awareness of weakness. And then the next stage is what I call fighting back and withdrawal symptoms. Once you have noticed this, you will start fighting back. When you fight back, you don't want to say, no, this is harmful to me, I need to stop it. You start to build the resistance. And when you do that, all of a sudden, you develop withdrawal symptoms. See the sixth step. So there are 7 steps overall of what I call a pattern of addiction building. So there are 7 steps. That's the 6th step. You start with developing withdrawal symptoms. This can be very, very disturbing. So the withdrawal symptoms, once you are developing them, the next step is surrender. When you surrender to this, because you have been trying to, because of the withdrawal symptoms are uncomfortable, then you surrender to this habit. And then you start living in the cycle. So that's the building step of the building pattern of addiction. So the pattern of addiction building. So when you've developed, so you started like a mild, just a simple act, and now it's become a habit, an addiction. So you start living in the cycle. You keep doing this. If you stop, you get withdrawal symptoms. You get withdrawal symptoms, you go back to doing whatever we're doing, and it's harmful. But then you know that you can't fight. You have surrendered. So when you get to the step of surrendering, you just live in the cycle, which it's very hard. It's very hard. I've seen people, I've had friends who've struggled with addiction, and it's hard. And I'm hoping that today with this video, I will be able to help. So here is what you can do to break free from the cycle. There are 7 steps that I have put together. The first one is take it easy. Don't rush things. Start small. It's not safe to break an addiction abruptly. It's very important that you take it easy. Start with very small steps and see how you feel. By stopping whatever that you do, if you're addicted on watching pornography, or your phone can be an addiction. It can be drugs. It can be alcohol. Start with a small step. And I'll emphasize, when you do that small step, make sure that you have a system around you to sustain you. That includes the healthcare professionals. Find help as you do those small steps, because you will experience withdrawal symptoms. Okay, so I will do first step. Let me go back again. First step, take it easy. Take small steps. Second step, self-evaluation. How do you feel? And if you feel that you're not coping well, find help. It's very important to find someone you can talk to in your family, your friends, your pastor in the church, or as I mentioned already, the medical professionals, so that they can get involved with counseling and all. We also have a medical approach, the medication that you can take to help you as you break free from this cycle. So as you feel, first step, you take it easy, self-evaluation. How do you feel when you evaluated yourself? Make sure that if you feel symptoms, find help. Talk to someone. But also expect to feel uncomfortable as you're breaking the cycle. Expect to feel uncomfortable, because you remember this addiction is a build up. It's something that gives you dopamine. It raises your dopamine levels. And when you stop the addiction, your dopamine levels drops really, really low. And it takes time to build you up back to the baseline. That's why you feel those symptoms. But the true medication is to get away from the addiction, whatever substance, whatever thing that you're addicted to, so that you can build up those your dopamine levels to the baseline level. So take it easy, self-evaluation, and then break the cycle. When you break the cycle, you will have withdrawal symptoms. Withdrawal symptoms, you need to seek professional help, and then review relationships. Remember, as you review relationships, you will lose friends. And that's okay. It's because your addiction might be related or connected to some of your friends that you're going to have to be aware of, or maybe avoid, to be able to conquer this addiction. The next step, replace old habits with new ones. When you replace your old habits, that's the only way that you can actually conquer them. If you stop an old habit and don't replace with anything, you will get bored, and then you want to go back. So make sure you find new habits. Like exercising, reading books, going for a walk, and socializing more, going out with friends, going to church. That's something that will help you. Praying together with other people. All these activities will help you recover. So replace old habits with new ones, and then create an environment for growth. Create an environment of growth. That means whatever substance or whatever thing that you're addicted with, put them away. Don't let them be near you. The closer they remain to you, the more likely that you're going to fall back to doing the same things. So make sure if you're addicted to a phone, this is something that we don't talk a lot about, but I think it's very important that we emphasize on the phone addiction as well. If you're addicted to your phone, social media, and all those kind of things, put your phone away for a couple of hours. Set a timer. Make sure it's away from you. And there is something that I like. This I think it's the Diary of the CEO. The Diary of the CEO is a book that is really, really informative, and they talk about 10-minute rule. A 10-minute rule, they say, the author said that when you start, when you feel like you need to fall back to your old habits, when you feel like you want to do something you're not supposed to be doing, give yourself 10 minutes. Tell yourself, I'm not going to do it until 10 minutes later. When you say that, usually your brain will stop focusing more on that if you are doing something else, of course. So you need to occupy your brain with that. And usually after 10 minutes, you will probably, hopefully, feel that you don't want to do it anymore. So give yourself time. If you feel like you are in close proximity to whatever that you feel like you're not supposed to do, try to be away from it. But if you're not away from whatever items, say, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to give myself 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever time you can give yourself, and that will be a building block. If you can do 10 minutes away from whatever that you're trying to avoid, next time try 15, right? Try 20, try an hour, try a day, and then you can build up. It's a good strategy. So make sure you have a good environment. So to recap, to break free from the cycle, you have 7 steps. Take it easy, don't rush. Self-evaluation, break the cycle, withdraw symptoms will happen, seek professional help, counseling, medical help, all these things will be able to, so people can assist you, because on your own it's really not, it might be difficult, it could cause even worse problems. So it's good to have good people around you. Fourth, review relationships. Be ready to lose some of your relationship and build some good new ones. Replace old habits with new ones. And then finally, the 7th step, create an environment for growth. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. It might be you, or maybe someone else that who's struggling with addiction. I pray that they will be able to help. They'll be helped by this video. And please go and share it. What if it's you? Please, I pray that you will be able to set to be free. And most importantly, prayer and trusting that God is with you. Whatever that is impossible with humans is possible with God. Whatever that seems impossible with God, it is possible. So I pray that you will be able to go forward and set and break free. If you have any comment, anything you want to say, or in addition to whatever that you will, on this topic, please go ahead and write in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. And also, subscribe if you're new to this channel. And thank you so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure to be with you. God bless you. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao.